Hi, I'm David, and welcome to Happy Turnings. This morning it is quite hot outside. I woke up, it was about 90 degrees with a heat index of 98. Checking the latest temperatures, it feels like over 105 outside currently. So it won't be a long day in the shop this morning. But I do want to get out there and get to cutting. So let's go ahead and get out to the shop and make some shavings. Welcome back to the shop. So this morning, I have this beautiful beautiful piece of maple on the lathe. It is, grab our handy ruler. We are starting off with about a 6 1/4 by about 6 1/4, a little bit more on the piece here. I've got it mounted on the lathe via a wormwood screw, just like yesterday's piece. And so um, we will be turning this into a dish of sorts. And oh, let's not waste any more time. It's already hot out here, right? So let me fix the camera, and we'll get to cutting. Face mask and shield on. Starting all the way low, and we will turn it up from there. As you can see, that there's a bit of shake, but as I turn this up a bit, it should even out a bit more. As you notice, the piece is slightly off-centered. There we go. Once again, I'm putting downward pressure on my tool against the tool rest. That helps keep it from bouncing off the piece as it's cutting in between, as it's in between cuts. I'm going to move my tool rest in a little bit. I'm going to mention this came out of a box of random different types of wood. I believe this is figured maple, but I'm not 100% sure of that. If you do have an idea of what it might be, feel free to pop that in the chat or leave a comment. So what your thoughts are. You got to pull that in a little bit more. Okay, speed this up a little bit more as well. Up to about 800 RPM. I've mentioned before, but I'll mention again. I am keeping an eye where my tool contacts the surface. but at the same time, I'm glancing up to the top here to see where my cut is along the line. A little bit easier to see as it's coming up and over before it hits the tool, prior to just guessing from there. A little bit easier to see from that side. Okay. Almost entirely around. Two little sides left. I'll take a quick drink break and we'll be right back. It is a warm, warm day today. All right. Mask and face shield on. Got my pull rest brought in a little bit more. I'm also going to increase the speed a little bit more as well. Bring it up to about 1100 RPM now. there's really some flat spots on it. Okay, so hiking right there. Pour us in a little bit. Almost entirely round. We have just this one side left, but it's a fair bit more until it's round here. So keep at it. Almost there. Let me get the last bit of that off of it. And then we'll come back and shape it a bit. I could probably start shaping it now, but I want to get this part. Should be pretty good. Yeah, beautiful. Gonna be a very nice looking piece of wood. Lots of figure to it. Let's go ahead and start shaping the outside and bottom of this. To make this more of a platter type there. Maybe an open bowl is more like it. Have an idea of a plan for this. So. I like to use these scraping cuts like this, the size of the ball gouge to do my scraping. Clean up this other side a little bit, and then we'll come turn this bottom part and shape that a little better. So I'll clean up some of these spool marks on this side. Alright, well, that's the tear out there, as you can see. Got to sharpen this bowl gouge a bit. It's going to be a bit loud, so you may want to turn it down a little bit. Alrighty, I'm going to start it. Doesn't need a lot. Just needs to get that bevel ground and a nice little sharpened edge there. You take a small break, actually, grab my skew to get that sharpened up a little bit. Yep. I'll take a quick drink break and I will be right back. If you're hanging out with me, don't forget to hit that thumbs up and like button as well. Pop over, hit subscribe if you want to keep on coming back and check in another time. Very, very warm this morning. Let's see. Yep, it says that it's 88, but it feels like 100 right now outside. So, yeah, it is a warm, warm one today. It's only going to get hotter. All right. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and grab my face mask and shield. Mask and face shield. All right. And back at it. So, cool just a little bit here. It's still a little warm there. Doesn't take much though. We've gotten rid of a lot of that hair out at least. Yeah, that's a lot better. It's end grain in here, still got a bit, but it's not nearly as bad as it was. Back and address that in a few moments. So we get a little bit more of this over here. A lot better. Yep. That is much, much better. Let's address some of this a little bit more. Very light touch. You get these little shavings coming off of it, like this. Not so much powder. Powder coming from a dull tool. The shavings come. Nice sharp edge. Wood is really dry as well, so still getting some powder from it, but that's looking pretty good. Bad shape's going to clean up this edge a little bit, make it round a little bit more, and then we'll create a little tenon on the bottom here. Around a little bit. Cleaned up. Oh, that's some beautiful figure in there. Fantastic. I might, well, think about this for a second. Let's take a couple moments and think about this. Got the idea what I want to use this for. I want to make sure I go keep it as I can. I think I'm going to actually put a glue block on the bottom of this instead here in a few moments. Let me clean this up. We'll flatten this up a bit more. And then I'll get a glue block and we'll get that put on here. Yeah, I think that's going to be a better way of doing this. Clean this up just a little bit. getting that little nub on the bottom there because my glue blocks, I put a circle or a hole right through the center of it. I'm actually going to use that to line this guy up. That is nice and flat there. Good. That's good. Okay. Pull that a little bit out of the way. Adjusted. All right. Get this off the wormwood screw, and we'll get a glue block glued onto the bottom here. They're nice and tight. You always want that. Less likely your piece is going to be moving around on you. This is that wormwood screw that I was talking about. Very thick tines on it, multiple tines all the way down, and they all kind of curve back this way. So as you screw it into the piece, it pulls it into the piece there. That way, as it tightens as you're hitting it and it's coming at you, it'll tighten and just pull in more. We'll use that hole to carve out the inside here. Now let's get this glue block put on here. See that okay? Let me grab my face mask and shield. Get a little air here. Let's go this way. Standard heat gun or glue gun. Hot melt glue gun, I guess, is what I use. That warming up. I've also got a heat gun as well. Because my glue blocks, I tend to leave a layer of hot glue on it from previous turning. All right. So while glue gun is warming up here, I'm going to go ahead and take a small break, get a quick drink, and I'll be right back. As I mentioned before, either a little bit of glue from the previous time on there. I may wipe this all off, just get a fresh one on there this time. I get my hole right down the center of it there. And then I've also got my number one, where my number one chuck jaw goes as well. I got that marked on this block. That will always make sure it always stays nice and aligned and straight for you. Start heating this one up. Now, sometimes what I'll do is I'll actually put a hole using a hole punch right down the middle of it there. And then using that hole, I'll use a piece of a toothpick right down the middle to kind of use that as to line the glue block up at the bottom of it. I like it this way where I even out the bottom and then I put a little nub on the end of it there. Usually works out better this way. There's still a little layer on from before. I think I'm gonna grab one of my toothpicks here and see if we can actually even that layer out a bit. Yeah, we'll just clean it all off. We'll run a new bead all the way around here. Go. Nice even flat surface. Even if there's still some old glue on there, that's fine. I mean, we are gluing this to it, so just want to make sure it's a good flat even surface to it. And what I like to do is start off with just a small bead right in the middle. I'll do a bit of a spiral out. Good bead right along the edge here as well. Try to keep it as even as possible. I'll even take my air gun, heat it up some more before I actually put it on there. So help make it a little bit, well, I guess less viscous, thinner. It'll thin the glue out a bit more, making it easier to squash in. I'll put it on there. Line it up. You know, nice moderate pressure for a few moments while it cools off. And let that sit for a few moments. Might be a little off. It shouldn't be too bad. We got a good surface all the way around, so that's good. Quick drink and I will be right back. All right. So now we'll take our glue gun and we'll do a bead right around the outside as well. little gap right there. So when I get done, I can put my denatured alcohol right in there, and that should help get in between everything. Plug both my tools here. Glue gun cool off. Heat gun cool off. All right. So now we want to let that bead cool and harden. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my wormwood screw out of here. And this just fits right between the four jaws of the chuck. Each one has a indentation, and those fit right into the corners there. And then the whole thing locks in place with that. So this thing gets good and firm in place. And then again, those tines, you might be able to see that a little better here, are fairly deep, and then they're all pointed back towards it. So that way they pull it right back into the chuck there. Helps keep your workpiece on as you're turning. All right, let that guy keep cooling off for a few more moments. Be right back. Well, that guy cools off some more. I'm gonna mark one other guys here. Make some more magnets. Been meaning to make a bit of a collection of them. We're gonna use this piece right here. I think this one is maple as well. Let's see here. How long do we got? Exactly 1 foot and 2 inch. So we could get this guy into about 6 pieces. I don't know if you're gonna do 5, because we're gonna have a little bit of waste for our blade cuts. Each one's gonna be right about the 2-inch mark. Whoops. We'll see if all 6 of these come out okay. Or I'm thinking we'll probably get 5 decent ones out of here, hopefully at least. Yeah. All right. This guy's still cooling off a bit. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and move this guy here over to the bandsaw, and we'll get these ones cut out. Get moved over. There you go. I cover that lens so you don't get dizzy watching that video. It's unspin from a screw, so there we go. Let's see how that looks here. Photoshop. All right. And I've got my guide lowered. I don't want too much room, but you do want to make sure that it adds room as well. And this is going to get fairly loud. My safety glasses on here. Where to go? Okay. Yeah, L6 came out pretty good. Not bad, not bad. Put these off to the side for now. And let's get you moved back over to the lathe. All right. There we go. That's better. A little bit. Okay. Should be all right. So this guy's now firm on there. Not worried about it coming off anymore. We have our number one marked and our number one marked right there as well. So just line those up. I always try to keep it flat against there as I go ahead and tighten this up as well. go. Nice and tight. A lot of your strength with the jaws doesn't just come from the clamping power, but also this ridge right on the edge there that provides strength as you carve into this thing and push into it. If it was loose against the jaws there in a little gap, you would end up getting a rock or a wobble, and that can make it come off real quick and easy on you. So you want to be cautious of that. Move this out of the way. Switch over to my face mask and shield. Face shield and mask is on. I'm going to start off all the way down again because I've now moved my piece. It might not be on center or anything, so I want to start all the way low. Turn on the lathe. We'll speed it up from there. Now you can see that there is a bit of a wobble in there, so I didn't quite get it perfectly centered. So what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll trip that outside first, and then I'll take care of the inside. Start this slow. We'll move my full gun back over. Always run it with your hand before you turn the lathe on. Make sure you have enough distance or clearance between your workpiece and your tool rest. Make sure everything's tight. Okay. Okay, again, start off all the way low. I'll turn it up from there. About 900 RPM. So I'll clean up this outside here. Full rest in. I'm actually going to lower it a little bit as well. Okay. That's a little bit more to go. Feel the dullness of the blade. It's having a hard time cutting through the wood. Sure, I'm getting a lot of tear out here. See that? I don't know if you can see that or not on there, but see that tear out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sharpen my tool one more time. So once again, if it's real loud for you, go ahead and turn down the volume a little bit. Not a bad time to do so. Drop it in my shoe here. Something better for next time. Okay. So let's see if we can get some good cuts on this now. And we're a little bit closer to true, so I'm going to speed it up again. Bring it up to about 1100 RPM. Actually, let's make it 1200. We'll be doing okay. And 1200 RPM. Very little to no resistance. Nice shavings off of there. I love a good sharp tool. Back lane. Clean up some of those tool marks here. One more across here. And again. Back lane. Alright, so now that that's back to being true, our tear out is gone. Nice, good cut all the way around. Go ahead and get this front done, or the inside starting to get taken care of. A little bit more, so I can tighten up my banjo a little bit better. Again, this is the tool rest. The part that slides around down here is called the banjo. All right. We'll leave it right there, about 1200 RPM. Alright, so now I want to establish my rim. I'm going to go a little bit of a thicker rim on this. The reason being, I think my wife wants us to use this as like a little bit of a planter bowl. Put a few maybe air ferns or some succulents in here. And so I'm going to go ahead and keep a little bit of a wider rim to this here. That will keep a lot of the figure too. Beautiful piece of wood. Come in right about the bevel's length for my tool. Keep coming in and slowly establishing that edge there. Always got to be careful of those catches. Happens to everybody. And some of the rest of it. I feel the tool's getting really hot as well. I can tell I'm scraping a little bit more than I want to be. So I'm going to have to sharpen the tool again. It's very dense wood. A good thing when it comes to what we're using it for, or my wife wants to use it for. Beautiful piece of wood though. Really looking forward to when I get to putting a finish on it. Let's get this a good sharpen. Once again, this is going to get a little loud. If you want to go ahead and mute me or turn the volume down a bit, now is a good time. Turning on the grinder now. I'm probably going to have to sharpen again fairly soon here. The reason being, with these high-speed grinders, it is very easy to get some of that bluing on the tool. You can see it on the inside right there. Ooh, that is a hot, hot tool. So, I'm going to go get some cooler water. I'm going to let this sit for a few moments. I got my face mask shield. Let me grab one of my little guys here to slow down this grinder. This guy. Been slowly working on reshaping my spindle gouge, and pretty close to having a good edge on it again. So I'll be doing that. All right, we're letting this guy cool off a little bit. I'm gonna grab a quick drink and I will be right back. Get more water in the fridge. All right. Put this guy in front of the fan again. Cool off a little bit. Hope everybody's having a good day today so far. Really enjoying this piece of wood. It's gonna be gorgeous. So we're all finished with it here. Might try to get some of those magnets done today. I'm not making any promises on that. That might be for our next live stream, but we'll see. Wanted to get at least a few of them cut out and ready to go. That's better. I can actually touch it without burning my hands now, which is good. It's cooled off quite a bit. It's only about lukewarm now. I'm going to cool it off a little bit more. Hope y'all can hear me okay. Want to take this quick moment, hit that thumbs up button, and don't forget to hit subscribe as well. Both are completely free for you. Both help me out quite substantially. Really appreciate it. I will be working on getting a lapel mic to kind of even out some of the rest of this noise and such, and let you hear me better, a little clearer voice, and then less noise. I can actually put some better noise suppression on my other microphones out here. But now, as you can tell, my tool is nice and cool off. We go ahead and get my mask and face shield on. All right. Bring my tool rest in just slightly. You want to make sure you have a not too much space between the tool rest and the workpiece. Enough that they're not touching, but you don't want your tool to be hanging off, because I mean, the more it hangs off, the more of a leverage it is, the more it's going to bounce on you. Excuse me. And all right, let's get this slip back on. Start with this edge. Yep. And lower my tool rest. That'll help me with that metal part a little bit better. And now I like having the facility there. I knew that was going to go. Second I brought my tool to it, I was like, that's not the right way to put that. That middle one a little bit here. Alright, let's set this here. Don't want to go too deep. I want to make sure there's a little bit of a heavier base to it. We got a little ways to go. Not too bad. Actually, I bring my tool rest down just slightly. You can't get in there a little bit better. Yep. Let's see how that looks. Good. Closer. Bottom's about where I want it to be. I'm going to take off a little bit in here. And we just need to clean up that bottom a bit. So what I'll do is I'll clean that bottom up with my bull nose scraper, my round nose scraper. Let me get this inside portion right here a little better. That should be a lot better. Yeah, that's good. Clean up this edge a little bit. Cut it out on these edges here. Still have some marks from where it got caught earlier. I clean that up just a slight bit, just with the wing of the tool here. And the piece. We'll get you that bit of noise there, but at least you got that cleaned up a bit. All right, let me go grab my round nose scraper and we'll try to clean up the rest of this here before we get to sanding. Because I do want it nice and thick there on the bottom. Well, not really thick, but at least a decent amount of space there. So a little bit of a lump there. A little bit on the side here as well. Let me get those. Turn this in just a slight bit. Clearance, good. All right. Better? Much better. Round the bottom off, I think, a little bit. Not such a harsh edge there. Yes, for that. Yep. And we'll use our ball guard for that one. Just a bit. Much better. Like that shape a lot more. Yep. We'll cleanse the rest of that with some sandpaper. Just get out of the way. 2-inch sanding pad. We're going to go with our Abernet sanding mesh pads this morning. We are going to start off with 80 grit. This is 80 grit. Yep. We're going to keep this up nice and high. With our 80 grit, we're at about 1400 RPM at the moment.
Yeah, yeah, much better. Yeah, it's been cleaned up. All right. Remember, your lowest grit is for cleaning up tool marks and the like and getting that cleaner surface. Now what we'll do is we'll switch over to our next one. And each grit higher is to take away the marks from the previous grit at this point. So 80 grit. Next up is 120. Kind of the rule with sandpaper, or even sanding mesh pads here, you go up by a half. So 80 to 120, you're going up by 40. By 120 to 180, we're going up by 60, half of the 120, and then so on and so forth. Now, between 180 and 220, that's only 40 there. And that's to help switch from between a cleaning sanding and a finishing sanding. One that cleans the tool marks and such to one that's preps the wood for cleaning or from finishing. And when I get to that point, I will lower the speed of the piece as well. But for now, we're still at about 1,400 RPM. And each one of these doesn't take much. Remember, we're just cleaning up from the previous grip. So should be good. Yeah, much better. Much better. Okay. So next up is our 180. There we go. Should be good. Yes. All right. Well, next up in the line is our 240. Should be good. What a beautiful piece of wood this is turning out to be. Fantastic. All right, so that's 240. Next up is 320. go. I should point out, I'm only using about a portion of the pad at a time. You never want to go all the way in. That's how you get catches and lots of really nasty scratches and such. It's turned out good. All right, so that was 320. Next up is 400. There you go. 400, and last up we're going to go to 600. All right. That's a lot better. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Take a quick break for just a moment. Good drink. Be right back. Right. Not bad, not bad. You still see a little bit of tear out and tool marks, but the sanding is taking out those quite a bit. I'm going to use some of my Woodturner's paste. It's sanding paste, and I'll be using a bit of that to help clean up a lot of this as well. The kind that I have, let me show it off here for a quick moment. I'm not paid for any of this stuff. This is just what I like to use. This is Peta's True Grit. This is what I'm using. Hand blended mix of food grade mineral oil, beeswax, and micro grit powders, designed to give you wood turnings a perfect finish. And it's a little bit of a darker color wax here, so that we are going to get a little bit of coloring from it. It's also going to help pull out some of this grain too. But let's go ahead and use this. I'm going to go ahead and actually lower my speed here. I should have done that before. That might be why I'm getting some of those, the cutting in there, I should say. All right.
Well, before I do that, I'm actually going to use some my other mesh pads to get on the back end edge of this guy. Get this backside here. So put my mask and safety goggles on for now. I'm going to start off with 80 grit on the backside here. And I'm going to do this whole outside layer. Well, I mean not the whole thing. Primarily right there. Better? Oops. Come on. Work with me fingers here. Okay. Try to go with the grain on these, but I'm also going opposite of the cylindrical rings I got going on here. Try to take those down a bit. There we go. That's better. If we get some of this in here too. Let's clean up a little bit. A lot better. Look for this one. Alrighty. On my next one. Next up is 120. Go. Better. Okay. That's better. All right. Next up, 180. All right. Excellent. There you go. Next up is 240. All right. There you go. All right. 240. Next up is 320. Go. Wow. Actually pretty good right there. Next up, let's go up to 400. 400.
Yes. All right, so I'm going to give it that heated screw grit. Again, this is kind of like a sanding paste. I'll get a finer finish on there, and it is going to soak into the wood a bit, so it's going to make it a little darker. But should also help pull out some of that grain too. Don't need a whole lot. Too much there? Oh, wait. And turn this down as well. Down to about 700 RPM. This is some of the most satisfying part of this. I love getting into this point. Okay. A little more here. Get that inside. That's an abrasive pitch, so the more you use it, the more it's cleaning up those sanding marks. I'm kind of just sanding it down, making a real nice finish for it. A little warm, a little warm. Too much pressure. All right. Let's see how this is turning out. Yeah, not bad. Not bad at all. Really pulling that grain out. Oof. So I'm actually going to do one more step here. I got another one called Dr. Karp's Micro Magic. And this is a 3-step process. Micro polishing waxes.
Doesn't take a whole lot. Stage one. Have a look. Not bad. Not bad at all. Next up, number two. I'll normally use this on my resin pieces, but sometimes these wood pieces will really do well with it as well. Well, and number three. Well, all right. I can really see that chatoyan starting to come, really coming out now. All right. We're going to do one last thing with this guy. One thing I always use, I mean, not always, but greater majority of the time I prefer to use it. So because I make it, and that is my food safe finish for wood. The carnauba wax and mineral oil. Both I use food grade. Make it myself. You can actually find it on my Etsy page. The link is in the description. That's etsy.com/shop/happy turning store. Those other ones you noticed were kind of liquidy. This one's a harder wax. Provides a nice, good hard coating to it. Go. Whew, a little too hard. Again, put my finger on there when I shouldn't be. All right, here we go. Outside a little bit. Excellent. Let's get that in. Yep. Good firm pressure, gets it nice and warm and hot. Releases that mineral oil so it soaks it right up. And that wax will fill in those little imperfections and provide a nice, good protective layer on it. Nice sheen to it. There you go. Should be pretty good. Oh yeah, beautiful piece. Beautiful, beautiful. Excellent. So we'll let that sit for a few moments. Take a quick drink break and I will be right back. In fact, before I take a drink break, let's put down this towel here. Get this off the chuck. Yep. Yeah, we'll let that sit for a moment. Take a quick drink break. Be right back. Car just flew past my house. And I'm on the residential. Oh, speeders, don't you ever slow down. Ain't nothing that much in a rush for. And if you are, you need to reassess your life because happiness is what is best in the world. Let's get some denatured alcohol on here, just around the edge of that hot glue. Sit like that for a moment. Nope. Let's dry it a little bit. Start peeling it away. separate these. Might need to use my chisel here, but before I do that, let's get a little bit more natured alcohol down in there. Release that glue joint a bit. I'm not really doing much pressure with this. This is just to pry right in between there. Nice and easy. Not too much pressure, not too much force. We're not looking to hurt anything here. Just slowly peel it away. There we go. All right. We'll clean that up. Move on to the side. We'll actually see if I can get some of this off with this guy. Little nub. Oop. Go. Nice and easy, nice and easy. Finish build up around the edge here. Right. Much better. Much better. All right. I'll go ahead and clean this up again with the drill and standing mesh pads. Start off with 80 grit. Before I do that, let's put our mask on. We're just going to go safety goggles with this. Safety goggles. There we go. All right, setter. Next is 120. Go. And 180. All right. Let's do a 3/4 mil. Why not? Even though it's at the bottom, it's a pretty piece there. There we go. And last but not least, we'll get some of that my food safe wax on the bottom here.
Excellent. All right. That's a beautiful ball. Excellent. That is pretty. Really love this part right here. Really love that. Very pretty wood. Pretty piece. All right. Well, it is very hot out here. I got 2 fans on me, and it's still pretty darn warm out here. So, we got 11:15. Hey, that took a little bit longer than I thought. All right. Well, it's good. Get to cleaning this up here in a bit, and then, whew. But for now, let's go ahead and end the live stream for today. Folks, thank you very much for joining me today. I appreciate your support. You can hit that thumbs up like button there. Get you situated here. And yeah, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. And don't forget to hit subscribe. Again, both completely free for you. They just help me out a little bit and brings you a little bit closer into this community here. I'm really wanting to help develop. So thank you so very much for joining me today. And wish you all happy turnings. Thank you.